Looking at that bracket there, I enjoy about 90% of the candy on
I
that.
didn't even see. I didn't see it.
Lemon Heads was on there.
Oh, that's a throwback.
That's my dark horse right there for the sour bracket.
Cheetah, are you a fruity candy kind of person, like Smarties and Starburst and that kind of stuff, or more chocolate?
Come on.
I think a little bit of each, you know. I think if you have a little sour, something sweet, and then you have the chocolate to really settle in it, I think it's all good. I'm filling out that bracket. I like it. I can't wait to see what comes out on top. I need to know. Good morning. Let's talk about what you're going to expect when you head outside. Cloudy skies this morning. Your morning commute actually may look mostly dry, but the afternoon commute home will be a mess. We're talking very heavy rainfall later today. Temperatures this morning widespread in the 60s, 60 degrees in Conroe, 62 in Tomball, 64 that's at Hobby Airport, 61 in Livingston. So again, temperatures this morning running a little bit warmer than yesterday. This afternoon, 67, but with some of the scattered heavy downpours, it's going to be a chilly 67. So you'll still need the jacket. You will definitely need that umbrella. Today, the risk for heavy rain, that is high. Any high water spots or some ponding on the roadways, I'm going to keep that at moderate levels, but anything severe and any type of widespread flooding, I'm not expecting that to be an issue today. Temperatures upper 60s, a 90% chance that after 2 o'clock today through your late evening hours into the midnight hour, you're going to notice some rain. Some of you picking up a half to an inch of rain. Some of you, though, could be picking up upwards of 3 inches of rain just today. So heavy rainfall at times. Most of the rain moves out early tomorrow morning, leaving us with lots of sunshine by Thursday afternoon. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, upper 70s to low 80s, sunny skies, low humidity. So Doug, we have a gorgeous weekend, and that even carries into the beginning of next week. We're really going to talk about this Halloween forecast coming up later, but you know what? It may look better than it did in previous forecasts. So yes, we'll talk more about that coming up.
Sounds good. Thank you, Cheetah. Looking around town, your traffic for the most